Hello and welcome to Gamer Social, my name is I'm here and let's fly the PMDG 737-800 aircraft, and today is the very first day of our first passenger flight. So up until now we've been doing short maintenance flights in and around the United Kingdom, and today we're going to fly across seas, and as you can see our plane is at the terminal ready to accept passengers. But which one is it? Is it going to be the Thomson or the Ryanair? So in the last episode we taxied up to the paint hangar to have our aircraft fixed after our disastrous rejected takeoff, and also have our paint scheme done. And the paint scheme is a Thomson aircraft. We'll be flying as Thomson from London Stansted, and we're going to be flying to Mallorca, to LEPA, and it's going to be good. So we're going to try and follow proper procedure. So we're going to be using checklists today and it flows. Hopefully I get the majority of it right, but do remember I don't know everything and I will make mistakes. So feel free to give me some constructive feedback on the mistakes that I do make so I can correct them in future. So it will be quite a long flight, about 2 hours roughly, so it's going to be long and detailed. But this is what we've been working towards, this is what it's all about, and it is a lovely morning here at London Stansted. A few clouds in the sky, but overall it is pretty good. So I will see you straight away as we begin our flight planning. So here we are on the desktop. You may notice some changes. One thing to point out as well, I am now using the NVIDIA Titan Z. I have changed my graphics card. I won't make any difference with flight sim whatsoever because it doesn't really use graphics power that much. Just to make you aware that you may have noticed that I now have NVIDIA logos down here rather than AMD. So I have done a switch recently. So as we always do, let's have a look. First of all here, so this is going to be our flight. It is a Thomson flight using the Boeing 737-800 from Stansted to Palma de Mallorca Airport, and here is our route. So I have this all written down. We're going to be going CPT via UN859 to PCN, via UW7 to Lorez. I'm going to be going about 35,000 feet roughly, depending on the weight of our aircraft. Have to look at that. So here is Mallorca. At the moment I've already had a look at the winds, and we're going to be landing in this direction here. Shame really, I would have liked to land over the ocean, over the coastline, but unfortunately it's not possible. So by the looks of the route, which I'll show you in a minute, we're going to be coming down to the corner here of the island, and then doing some awesome magic stuff, coming down in and landing on one of the runways, whichever one we choose. So London Stansted, as you know, we are parked roughly here. I think if you look at this photo, if I bring it up bigger, I think I'm parked where this Ryanair flight is right now. Maybe there, maybe the next bay over. I can't remember. I might be here actually, because from the image where I was looking back at the aircraft was right here by the glass fence. So, oh look, Thomson aircraft parked over there. Well, there you are. I'm parked in amongst tons of Ryanair aircraft. There's a lot of Ryanair aircraft. That's pretty magical. And we are flying to Palma de Mallorca Airport. So yes, it should be really good. So in terms of our what's Maduda, so here we go, aerodrome. As you can see, if I have a look at the parking overview again, wherever I was, east, west, east. Here we go, I am parked 42, I think, maybe? I think I'm parked in bay 42. So in terms of the weather, let's have a look at EGSS. Bring it up. Apparently there is wind at no direction, at 0 degrees apparently. Okay, so in terms of this, my phone doesn't believe any runway is specifically in use. So if that stays the same, we shall use runway 22. So runway 22, I'll make a note of that now. We can use runway 22 because it's closer to us basically. It's much closer. And because we're going to be doing the CPT, is it CPT? It is CPT. So that means we'll take off down here, and then we'll just circle around onto our route and head down and leave. So that's perfectly fine. That's going to be our departure route. Now coming into Mallorca, let's have a look-see. So we'll be landing, I believe I want to land at 24 right, mainly because the place we're going to be parking is going to be here, in Terminal A I believe it's called. So it makes sense to actually use 24 right or 06 left, depending on what the weather does when we actually get there. But right now, if I bring it up on my phone as well as on screen, so LEPA on my phone and LEPA on here is 220 at 11 knots, and that does mean 24 right or 24 left. So that looks like that's what we're going to do, even if it's 4 hours ahead, hardly changes direction. So a bit of a shame, but these things happen and there's not a lot you can really do about it. So in terms of our arrival, we'll be using, coming in from northwest. This is what I mean, we're coming down to the top of the island here using the Lores flight in. I think we're actually going to be using this one here. This one? No, this one. This one, here we go. So coming in down from Lores to the edge of the island, and then we'll be going down to 20, crap, I can't remember. 24 right is what we want to use. So making that 24 right. I have a little scribble pad in front of me today rather than using my Mac. I don't know why. It makes a difference really. So 24 right using the Y way in. So coming down from the top of the island here and down for the glide slope and landing. So we can do that, not a problem at all. So we'll be intercepting at 3,000 feet. I'll probably do a manual landing today as well. So yeah, that is pretty much our route almost set. So all we got to really do is have a look at the fuel planner. So Boeing 737-800, we're going from EGSS for Stansted to LEPA for Mallorca, and the planner says it's going to be £18,000 of fuel that can go there. This is the Aerosos website. I'm getting some more credits for AES, Aerosos AES, so I can have the all the movement at the airport. It's £18,000. Let's change this, shall we? So this believes we need to have 8,000 kilograms. That means I'm going to put in 10. I always put a little bit more. So 10,000 kilograms of fuel. Make a note of that one there on my little scratch pad. And the reserve's going to be 6515. So 6515 believes is going to be 3. I'm going to say it's 4 kilograms of reserve. We've got plenty of fuel in there. I think that should be perfectly fine. So our flight number is Thomson 5610. I believe we're ready to go. So I will see you straight away on the flight deck as we do our originator flow and our pre-flight checklist. See you then. So here we are on the flight deck. So as I said earlier in the video, I want to keep things as realistic as possible. So following the flows and the checklist of the aircraft. So let's start off, shall we, by making sure our lights are in the right place. So I have a checklist in front of me. I'm hoping it's correct. You know, there might be some things wrong. There might be some things that other airlines do differently. Not really sure. So the wheel well light should be off, which it is. The wing light should be off, which it is. The anti-collision light should be off, which it is. The position light should be steady, which it is. The logo light should be off, but on at night, so with daylight, so it will stay off. The taxi light should be off, and the runway turn off should be off, along with the land lights off. So the originator flow, so that one just followed, is fine. So how about the pre-flight checklist? So fire warning and overheat checked, they're clear. Start levers should be to cut off, checked. Stab trim cut-off switches should be normal, and they are normal, I believe. There's those ones there I think it's referring to. And lights test needs to be checked, so we need to perform a lights test. So here we go, maybe. I don't think it would do it though, because the aircraft is in a cold and dark state. Yeah, so let's get some ground power, shall we? Let's do that first. So let's get the battery on. That's the wrong one. Let's get the battery on for starters and get some ground power to this aircraft, because that's what we're going to need. Ground connections, here we go. Nicely done. And now we can set ground power like so. And everything comes on. Let's get this checked. That's okay. And oh yeah, so our lights are doing the test, aren't they? Which is why everything is coming on. I forgot about that. I wonder why everything was illuminated then. So everything seems to be fine, which is good. Everything is perfectly fine. Yes. So there we go. That is that test done. That can now go as well. Everything was all checked and we're good to continue. So I will see you in the next video as we start doing our flight deck preparation and we can get on our way. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you then.